Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Keisha, thanks so much. I was in your chat. I was listening to you, but I was setting up my chat. So I didn't get a chance to say anything in the chat. But thank you for the Keisha raid, or as Scott put down there, I believe garden raid. Well, I'm gonna go with Keisha raid. Thank you all you guys that came over from the Keisha live. Keisha was such a pleasure to meet, people. She made the trip worthwhile. Just being it. Her personality is just as bubbly as it is on YouTube. It's that way on purpose. And if you look behind me, hold on, let me see what is on this side. This side. This is a little birthday card kind of thing that she bought me. My birthday was the 23rd, and we met up on the 23rd. And she bought this for me. Happy birthday to the man, the myth, the legend. And that was me. She was so sweet. Her and her sister. We hung out the first 2 nights. We had a great time. I had a great time. I hope they had a great time. But it was a lot of fun. We stayed at the Queen Mary hotel down there, right across from the cruise port. You couldn't beat the location. And I had a blast. I had a blast. We went out and grabbed some food. Keisha had a car. She drove. She had a car and she drove. Got us around. Man, what a pleasure that was. Not having to catch an Uber. Let me catch up with the chat because, wow, I saw it was moving kind of fast on me. So I'm going to try to rush through the chat. I am Betty J. Gathers is in the house. Keisha Raid. Welcome in, Betty. Controversial Cruising. Keisha Raid. Garden Raid. Bill. Event Yours. Tanya. Welcome in. Welcome in. If you guys want to learn about spirits, about alcohol, check out Tanya. Because she's dropping videos all the time as far as different spirits. And I keep saying, I got to try that one. I got to try that one. And before I can get that, out my mouth, she's dropping another one. Check out her channel. Scott, welcome in. Scott. Pete, welcome in, Pete. Appreciate you coming in. Keisha Raid. Elisa, another Keisha Raid. Welcome in. Warmstrong Adventure Travels. Welcome in. That's one of my other channels. It's actually my travel agent channel. I just don't push it much. Everybody saying hello, hello. Really, Anna, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Wellness with Frugal Mama. Welcome in. Thank you for being in here. Good morning. Scott, you didn't have to do that. Welcome in. Thank you, Scott, so much for that. Let me see if I have. Scott, this weekend I'm going to make up a new one just because of you.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hold on. Let me put my phone on silent. We don't want to be interrupted. There we go. Okay. Where was I at here? That didn't sound like silent to me. Everybody saying hello, hello, hi. Cruise Nuts. I think I skipped by you, Cruise Nuts. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Thank you for being in here. Elisa, Bone Tired Travelers. Denise, welcome in. There's Cruise Nuts. Well, thank you for being in here, Cruise Nuts. Katina Smith, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. And no, Betty, I haven't gotten down there yet. Stacy, welcome in. Yeah, we're following each other around the YouTube streets, Katina. Ross, welcome in. Welcome in. Ross, I might have to call you tonight. There's something I want to talk to you about. So I might give you a call tonight. The Keisha Raid. Thank you, Shay Adventures. Keisha Raid. Marjorie, welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. You still want to go on that ATV ride? Keisha, thank you so much. Me too. Play it for me too, Bill. I will, Keisha. I will. Where is it at? There it is.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
I had so much fun with Keisha. She put up with my shenanigans. She really did. Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate that so much. Hit the like button. Katina says, hit the like button. Scotty. Happy Thursday, everyone, from Wellness. Frugal Mama. Travel with Josianne. Welcome in. Thank you for being over here. Black Guns and Gardens. Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it. I think I'm at the bottom. As most of you know, that Keisha was talking. If you were over at Keisha's, Meet and I, welcome in. I appreciate you stopping in. We just got back from a cruise, and it was the Meet and I group cruise, and we had such a great time. Such the group, and I didn't harp on it yesterday, and I meant to because we were doing a live about something totally different, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But yeah, Team Reese Travels, they did a forum, a YouTube forum. Not like a travel, it's just about YouTube. And just some of the suggestions, it's always good when you're doing YouTube to hear like an outside voice. And for a lot of like solo creators, all you really hear a lot of times is just your own voice. And couples, at least you have your significant other to bounce something off of. My son is around here, I can bounce stuff off of him. But it was good listening to different people talk and different people around the room talk as far as reaching out, that if you need somebody to talk to about anything, it doesn't even have to be YouTube, but anything, just reaching out. And it was a really good group cruise. It felt more like a family cruise, family group cruise than just a regular group cruise. So no, I appreciate that so much from the guys there. And we're going to start talking about I don't know about everybody else. Keisha, you tell me. Keisha, was that not like the best hotel to stay at? We stayed at the Queen Mary, which is right across I should have pictures up here, but I don't. I have pictures, but I don't have pictures up. Literally when it was time to go check in, I checked out my hotel room and walked over to the cruise port. And I dropped my bag off with one of the porters. And next thing you know, I'm waiting inside the lobby. I'm shaking my desk, so let me stop shaking it so much. I thought it was a great cruise. However, the hotel itself, it's basically a museum. The Queen Mary, old Queen Mary ship, probably from the early 1900s. World War I, two, maybe World War I or II. It carried soldiers from point A to point B. It was not bad. You could tell it was old, and a lot of it was refurbished. One of the problems with that was the heat controls in the room. You didn't have individual controls, so it was more like a group, an area heating or cooling. So my room felt cold, so I went and got blankets, and there was really nothing I could do about it. I had a porthole I could open up, but on the West Coast, it got a little chilly at night. I'm surprised at how chilly it got at night. JT, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, JT. Keisha says, I enjoyed the Queen Mary Hotel and Museum. Definitely a must-see when visiting Long Beach, California. It was. I would love to say, I stayed there for 2. I would have loved to stay there for just 1 and then went to a regular hotel. The Long Beach Hilton was a nice hotel, I thought. Location wasn't too bad. There wasn't a lot of things like really nearby, but it was a couple of blocks away. It wasn't too far. Trish the Natural, welcome in. Welcome in, Trish. And I think I'm down to the bottom. But overall, as I said, the experience on the Queen Mary was good. Good pre-hotel stay. Boarding was, checked out the hotel, went over there. Boarding was easy. For some reason, and I don't have it here. I have a battery that I always carry with me. and it's for my camera. And I can also plug in like a phone or whatever to charge something, a little battery pack. It's a cylinder shape. And Carnival gave me the biggest problem with that. I've never had a problem with that battery. All my traveling, all the cruises I've been on, Carnival Cruises, MSC, Royal, I've never had a problem. Carnival made me pull it out, and they kept calling it a flashlight. I'm like, it's not a flashlight. And I mean, we went back for about 10 or 15 minutes on whether or not it was a flashlight. So I was pulling out my other stuff to show them how it connects and how it charges stuff up. You know, I'm telling them if you need a lighting element, if it was a light, you know, I know that, you know, they don't want you bringing probably bright lights and stuff like that, because some of these lights get so bright. And we go on for about 10 or 15 minutes. And finally they give it back to me and say, just take it on. No, they say, take the flashlight on. And then me, I just can't quit. I go, yeah, it's not a flashlight. But they let me go on. And I get on. I wait around 15, 20 minutes. And then we start the boarding process. And it went fast. I mean, I didn't have any problems with the boarding process. The ship itself, I like the ship. There are a couple of things about it that I did not like. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Everybody, it looks like everybody's just speaking. Yep. Okay. The ship itself has an Italian theme, and thank you, Team Reese Travels. Welcome in, Team Reese. I was just talking about you. Really appreciated the YouTube forum that you guys gave. I mean, it was professional job, and I learned so much. And things that I want to apply to my YouTube channel. I mean, it wasn't like it went in vain because I heard it. You know, it may look like I didn't hear it, but I heard it and I was listening. And I thought I love that forum, the idea of having a forum to let minds come together and just talk about YouTube, how to build your brand, how to build your channel, what works, what doesn't work. Things to use, things to try. And I loved it so much. Tripping with Ray and Michelle. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys coming in here. My Michigan folks, even though you don't like Detroit, I think you're Packer fans, but welcome in anyway. It's football season now, baby. Football starts tonight. The Hall of Fame game tonight. Everybody saying hello. Team Reese. I wish I had checked out that hotel the day in LA flew by. It did. And I coming from the East Coast, I was tired. The first day I was pretty wiped out. You should have flown in a few days earlier. I came in 2 days earlier, and that was the only thing that allowed me. The first day I was tired. Not as tired. We'll talk about the end of the cruise. I was exhausted. When I got back, I caught a direct flight back, got on the flight from LA at 11:30, got back around 7 Detroit time. And I stayed up for a couple of hours. I was exhausted. I slept. It had to be about 10 hours. Everybody's saying hello. Oops. Let me do something real quick. There we go. Hold on. Not a Packers fan. That's Veronica, Notre Dame fan. Oh, come on. You got the NFL. Come on now. Notre Dame. Yeah. You know, I'm University of Michigan. Go Blue. So my first impressions on getting back to the ship, of course. First impressions was very it was a beautiful ship. If you ever been out to Vegas, and it was like, yep, Scott, I just went live on Instagram. I have to wait a few minutes after I play the intro or super chats, because when I play music on Instagram, they want to shut the feed down. So that's why I kind of wait till a few minutes into the chat before I even go live on Instagram. Antoinette, have fun. Welcome in. Oh, thank you, Scott. Just letting me know. Thank you. So, you know, they went over the top with the Italian theme. They went over the top I loved it, but one of the things they tried to do was to divide off certain things. So when you look at the Lido deck, there's a lot of, instead of like an open floor, open deck, there's like sections. And when you have an event out there, it's like you're divided up. And I didn't like the way that it felt doing that. And they had like different kind of seating. And on the upper level, they had like these balconies that only had like 5 seats on. So they couldn't get a lot of people on there. And then people were hogging up the chairs with towels. This is the very first day. I wasn't very happy with that. The Lido deck wasn't that big because it has the swimming pool right there. And if I'm not mistaken, Keisha, Elisa, me and I don't think there were any hot tubs. Like on the Lido deck, normally you have hot tubs. I don't remember seeing a hot tub there. And it stayed kind of crowded a lot of times with kids. But just the layout I didn't like. Also, the layout of the dining room or the main, scratch that. The buffet had very small aisles, which made it tough. They had like an ice cream machine off the aisle. So when people are lined up 2 or 3 people deep for the ice cream, it blocked up the aisles and it just made it difficult. I thought it was like maybe a first day problem, but that it's consistent. It was consistent throughout the cruise. Not that it was real crowded up there, but if you had to walk around, the aisles were really, really narrow. The Firenze is a Vista class ship, same size as Panorama, Horizon, Vista. The size wasn't bad. Probably I was talking to a guy from our group, Liam, and I thought the ship held more people. I thought it was close to 5,000. He said it was close to 4,000, and it was literally like 4,100. And this ship, it felt full. Every place I went, it just kind of had a full feel to it. And I normally don't cruise in the summertime. It's not that I don't like kids or anything like that, but there were a ton of kids on the ship, and it's not the smaller kids, it's the teenage kids just running around hitting buttons on the elevator. Well, this is a smart elevator. They were still hitting buttons, and so the elevators are stopping on every floor. So I prefer a quieter time, a time when older people go. They still have the parties, but it was a good experience. It was a good experience. I love the food options. They had tons of food options on the ship, and I didn't get to try half of them. I mean, I tried a few of them. The steakhouse, which Carnival, you're getting cheap on me, Carnival. Stop getting cheap on me, Carnival. I need you to stop. Did I hashtag? I think I hashtag Carnival. Carnival, I need you to come in here and answer some questions. The first night of the steakhouse, you get a free bottle of wine when you book the steakhouse. And I go in there thinking I'm getting a free bottle of wine. Because I was there by myself, they only gave me 2 glasses of wine. So I did not get a free bottle of wine on the first day. And I'm like, dude, I mean, it's been like that forever. But nope, I don't know if it's just that ship. I haven't heard them say anything about that, on like the websites or anything like that. It's like, hey, go to steakhouse first day, get a free bottle of wine. I didn't argue the point. I took my 2 glasses. I drank my 2 glasses of wine, but I just thought that was just petty. I mean, you could have just gave me the whole bottle. Anywho. And I'm going down through the chat. Elisa says in the back of the pool, in the back there was a pool and a hot tub, I believe. Yes, no, I'm talking about usually on the Lido deck, you have a pool and like hot tubs on the Lido, right there on the main Lido deck. Yes, they had hot tubs on the ship, but not there. The Serenity deck was nice, but it didn't have a pool area. And for me, I love like a Serenity area that has everything you really need right there. Hot tub, pool. They had a salad creation bar where you can get something to eat. And you don't have to go outside that area. and you can get everything right there. And without the pool, they kind of missed out on that. It's just a bunch of chairs, people sitting out in the sun watching the wake. Crystal Sparkle, welcome in, Crystal. Thank you for being in here. If everybody can, if you don't mind, if you come in and hit the like button, I appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. I'm supposed to help out with the algorithm. You know the drill. You know the drill. Meet nine. The food lines were crazy. First time not getting a pizza from the parlor. I had to order it from room service. I did not go to the pizza place. When I did go by, it seemed crowded, and I just never made it back. Anwar, how was the pizza? Because that's one thing I normally check to see how the pizza is, but I didn't even check. As the time goes on, all the cruise ships are going to get cheaper. Betty, I don't know about getting cheaper. More and more people are cruising. Every year, more and more people are cruising. They're building bigger and better ships. So I don't know about that, Betty. I mean, eventually it's going to stop, but I don't know when. Keisha, oh, you need Keisha with you, Bill. They tried that with me and made sure I got my bottle. Ooh, not even matter. Two things I'm mad about Carnival. I'm going on my little rant. The bottle of wine and the casino, and I'm going to give them a chance because they have a way of fixing this. But let's say when you go on a cruise ship, I usually go on a casino deal. How much do you spend on a casino deal? You have to run to get free drinks in the casino. It's like run $1,500. You have to earn 1,500 points, which is probably close to $3,000, roughly. That doesn't mean you paid $3,000. That just means like when you win, you give it back. So I ran through people I could not lose on this cruise. Believe it or not, I think only like one or two times did I ever walk away with less money than what I started with. I gambled a lot of it back because I'm trying to build up points in the casino to get free things, free steakhouse, free internet, free balcony room, free. You get the idea. Free cruise. That's what I'm trying to build up. So as long as I have their money and I'm winning, I keep playing it, even though it's technically my money. So the casino, and I had to stress that because one time, maybe about a year ago, I earned 7,000 points. Before I left the cruise, they gave me a certificate for a free cruise, a free ocean view cabin with drinks all over the ship. And I'm like, wow, 7,000 points. Wow, that's the sweet spot. Free cabin, all these drinks and bottle of wine. And I mean, I was in heaven. I earned on this particular cruise because I couldn't lose and I kept running money through. Keisha, she was watching me. Maybe she did. She might have saw me lose. But I earned 11,500 points. So if you're looking at $2 or $3 per point, I probably ran $20,000, $30,000 through the machine. Sounds like a lot. It's not, people. I never hit a jackpot. My bet, I think, was about $4 a spin on the slot machine, and that's what normally I play blackjack, but this time I was playing the slot machine. And I know I'm running on here because I'm not even keeping up with the chat. But anyway, 11,500. They did not even offer me a bottle of wine, and I actually went to a host. And, oh no, we tried to reach you. My cabin. The last cruise, they put something in my mailbox. You said you tried to call me. It has voicemail. How did you reach me? But they can't send me offers through the internet. So I'm hoping they send me offers through the internet. And when I get that offer, I can apply it to another spot that I go to, UR Compt, and they'll give me a free cruise. So, but I just thought that was just funny from Carnival. Okay, let's go down here. Let me catch up with the chat. Team, whoa, that was trash. You're right, Team Reese. Bill, I should have been with you for your first dinner. My sister and I sat down to dinner in Ivagio. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Day one, I got her and the Toya that bottle of wine, and we got a new cute waiter. What? Keisha. Well, I didn't know. I mean, I know you guys were going to the Italian restaurant, and I'm like, all right, just go in here, grab me a steak, get me a free bottle. I'm good for the entire cruise. Apparently not. 2 glasses of wine, which I drank both of those at the dinner table. On the Lido deck in the back, there is another pool, but I agree, Bill. It was a different flow than the normal Lido. It was. They had it squared off. It reminded me, Scott. It reminded me of that sports bar on Margaritaville Islander. How they have a band here, but then they have rooms around, and it's just a weird flow when you have a band playing that you can't see the band, or you have to look around a corner to see a band. And that's the way this was. The main dining room was the same way. It looked nice, but when they do like showtime or somebody's talking, you can't see them because they have pillars everywhere. I mean, you can't see who's talking, or you can't see the showtime. Only people you can see are the people like right in front of you. I didn't like the feel of it. Hey, Muncie Channel, welcome in. Appreciate you guys being in here. You stood in the seafood line. It took forever. Ugh. Let's see. I never got the pizza. Keisha, I never got the pizza, but no biggie. My appetite did not exist this cruise. Muncie, out there working and listening. They had a Korean barbecue pizza that was mid for $6, and at 2 a.m. it was what's supposed to do. Yes, I do appreciate having room service. Paying minimum charge. The Islander didn't have room service, so I appreciate them having room service. I also tried. They have the Guy's Burger. They had a special Guy's Burger. It was a pepperoni burger. Anyway, I don't know the name of it. Pepperoni burger. Pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, patty, and their sauce. It wasn't bad. It looked like a lot of people didn't order that burger, so that burger set up there longer than the other burgers. Other burgers, they're going through them fast. These, like, they might have been sitting there for a little bit. But other than that, the flavor was good. The pepperoni was spicy as can be at Guy's Burger place. Everybody saying hello. Antoinette, I love the casino deals. People ask, how can you cruise so much? I get great casino deals and I fly for free. How can I not cruise? So nobody got the pizza. The pizza looked good. I let the people go by it. The pizza looked good. Globees Travels, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Sama Yaya, welcome in on the Instagram side. Thank you for being in here, my friend. The seafood line was a little crazy too. One guy in line was screaming at the crew member, wow, of course, who was taking orders and prepping orders all by himself. I hate seeing people disrespect the stuff. I do too. That's about the only time that I'll speak up. I was doing well, and Keisha, I was doing well in the casino, and I wasn't winning enough. $1,199, that $1,199 is the amount that you have to start filling out tax forms. I never won that much in one spin, so I didn't have that problem. That was a great cruise. All the money I had, it was mine, all mine. It was all mine. I shared nothing with Uncle Sam this time. Najuma Brown, welcome in, Najuma. After the show, hey Scott, if you're in here, Scott, can you drop your link to Match Game after this? After this, can we raid over to no, I'm sorry, today's not Match Game. Today is Thursday. Scott, Controversial Cruising, and Jimmy the Astute Tourist are having a game show trivia type thing right after this. Go over there, win some prizes. Scott, if you could drop that for me, I appreciate it, and I will pin it up to the top on YouTube side. Whoa, Keisha said facts. Bill was doing well in the casino. Facts. Havana Daydreaming Sports Bar. Yes, that was what it was called on Margaritaville Islander. Yeah, the hallways. I didn't mind the hall. It was just the main dining room. Just was the layout with all the twists and turns, and it was like you just felt isolated, like where we were, and it was very loud. I thought it was very loud. You know, we had a group and we were talking, but I'm hearing groups from 5 tables over yelling and screaming at each other. It's like, what could you possibly be talking about? Moretz Yarn is Crafts. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome back, Sama, on Instagram side. Appreciate you being here, bro. All right. Anwar, you're doing fine. Janice, welcome in, Janice. Thanks for coming in. We're saying hi to the chat. I should have made the workout, but I didn't. They had a workout. They had the cigars under the stars, which we went there. We wound up going there like every night. We wound up going there every night for the cigars on the stars. You even saw me. I haven't really put anything out. I gotta start putting something out. Some content. I even dressed for the 80s rock and glow party. Anwar came out with his guitar and his long hair. I mean, people, they did well. The best part was the prom and masquerade prom ball. The couples were looking good. The families, not even just a couple, the families were looking good. They were a good looking group. They were the best looking group on the cruise ship. They were the best looking group on the cruise ship, my opinion. You worked out to balance off your meals. I just lazed around for 5 days. I felt I was doing the same thing, Keisha. The Quattro 4-cheese pizza was delicious. I've never had that, but I do like a cheese. What do they call it? Quesadilla. So I think that pizza would be delicious. I think that pizza would be delicious. Yeah, yelling at the staff. That's the only time I'll run my smart mouth and say something to somebody is when they start just disrespecting people. Marjorie, Marshall, I'm afraid Carnival will run out of food and alcohol one day with all their high increase of passengers and cruise. No, they'll keep buying it. They'll keep buying more food. Hopefully they don't, Marjorie. They don't lower the quality. Hopefully they don't lower the quality. Jimmy, the astute tourist, welcome in. Welcome in. That's Scott's partner in crime tonight on Thursday, where you can win great prizes. Keisha returned Tuesday from Costa Rica. Keisha return. Oh, Janice is talking. I'm like, Keisha didn't go to Costa Rica and leaving the week for West Coast and Alaska. Nice. Now you're making everybody in here jealous, Janice. I like Costa Rica too, by the way. Costa Rica, if you can get away from like the Caribbean, well, we're going to talk about that too. Where it's not so touristy, man, it makes cruising so much more fun. My opinion. Denise says made it home in time for the trivia. Kim Marshy, welcome in, Kim. You made it on time. You can never be late here. Never. I gotta say I apologize to Bahamas, Costa Maya, was it Cozumel. I have to apologize because I thought they had the pushiest vendors on the planet Earth. Our first stop, we had a sea day, and then we stopped in Cabo San Lucas, and you had to take first of all, you had to take a tender boat over, which I don't like tender boats, but that's a different story. The vendors were nonstop from the time you got like off on the pier to the time you left. There were vendors everywhere. No matter where I went. Let me take that back. When I did it, no, it was everywhere. I should follow my script. Doing the tender ride over, I'm going to talk about the tender ride over. In all of my cruising days, I've never had a tender boat ask for tips. And this guy, they were passing a tip jar around on the tender boat. And I'm like, I gave $2. I wasn't very happy. You know, it's already, it's bad enough that I got to take a tender over here, but now I have to tip the driver or the crew of the tender ship. I mean, as you're not now, you're getting into that nickel and diming type thing, and a lot of times with Carnival, they use their own lifeboats. Maybe that's why they don't do it, and that's I didn't like that one bit. I didn't like the tipping. And then as soon as I got off the boat or the little boat to get onto the island, do you want to buy? 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 And it went on the entire length until I got someplace where I wanted to. I sat down. Well, it continued there. I sat down at a bar to get a drink, and people are coming by. Do you want to buy? No, I don't. I just want to drink my beer. Then I get on a boat to go to a beach, which I have to take another boat to another beach. So I pay. How much is to go across? It's $6 one way, $12 round trip. Okay, here's $12. I head to the boat. I have to pay a guy $1 to get through the gate to get to the boat. I'm like, well, I just paid him for $12. Well, that was for the ride. This is for the privilege to pass the gate. You got here's $1. What am I going to do now? What am I going to do? So I get on there, get on the boat, and that was the only place I didn't get asked for a tip or to buy something. Then when I landed on the beach, but the boat itself, you had to getting on this little boat was tough, and they weren't helping. And then getting off the boat, they basically put you out in the water, so you take your shoes off to get out. And I didn't even have my swimsuit on, but take my shoes off to get in the water to get onto the island, onto the land. And this was crazy. I would never do it again. I would never suggest that. Do not go to a Mondano Beach. It's a little boat ride away. You can see it from the port. Never go there. They had plenty of bars. Every place you go, people are hounding you to buy something. And when I got ready to return, nobody knew what ship, nobody knew what boat I was supposed to be on. My fault. I should have found out exactly what ship I should get on to go back, because they have all these little boats coming up here, and nobody could tell me anyone. I mean, what company? Well, they'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, what's the name of the boat? I don't know. Well, how do you know it's going to be back in 10 minutes? You know, I mean, how do you know? So what I did, I wound up paying $6 more to get on the next boat. And then it was a glass. It had a glass bottom. It had glass on the bottom of the boat where you can look down to see the fish. I couldn't even see any fish. So I paid $6, got on a glass bottom boat, and couldn't even see any. It wasn't my best experience in Cabo San Lucas. I should have just did a resort and called it a night. Jimmy the Tourist, I love cigars on the bar. I did it, Jimmy. I did it every night. I enjoyed it. And because I was winning, I was drinking Hardy XO Rare, which is like $25 a shot. So I mean, I was living a good life. I felt like a king. I'm a king of the world. Well, not really, but that boat ride, I saw Anwar and his group a little bit. I didn't see it all, but like when they pulled up to the beach, they're struggling to get off, and it's like nobody was helping. Anyway, I would not suggest that I wouldn't suggest that tour for anybody. Let me go on down. Rock on, meet. Yep. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Erie Frog, welcome in. Thank you for being in here. I'm so far behind in the chat. Oh, I should have pointed out. Meets Mom's in the group. That was tough. They held down every carnival night, and it was well planned, well thought out. I really appreciate it. Even though I didn't participate in everything, I really appreciated how smoothly it flowed. And the t-shirts, I really meant to wear the t-shirt today up here. They had a group t-shirt, and then they also offered a one for the ATV ride, and I really enjoyed it. Elisa, my living looks like a tornado come through, unpacking and repacking. Wow. Make sure you pack for cold weather. Nancy B, welcome in. No, you're not apologizing to the Bahamas and Caribbean vendors for not being the most pushy. I am apologizing. I thought they were the worst ones. Bahamas, they've done a lot better. I thought they were the worst ones. No. Cabo had literally the worst. I'm sitting there. I went to a restaurant and I sat down to have a beer and some nachos. Listen, nachos and dips, little chips and dips. Do you want to buy? Do you want to buy? Then a mariachi band came in. It was like, this is crazy. No, I don't want anything. I just want to sit here and sip my beer. Oh, okay. I told Anwar the story. I'm sorry. Yesterday, I started telling a story. I'm gonna get back to this boat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this real quick. Couldn't get off the boat, off the tender boat. They came in the water and listening. It was crazy. It was crazy how, and it was everybody just walking. Bracelet after bracelet after bracelet. You say no to one, and the next person asks. I mean, they're like, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, how in the Jesus did you get here? Little girl walking on water. It was crazy. And I'm one. I don't mind saying no, but saying no 100 times is ridiculous. So I got to the point. I just kept walking. I'm giving hand signals. And now I think I'm being rude, but it's like, get away, just stop. I don't want it. No, Keisha, I did not have to pay another $1 to go through the gate again. It's on video. I got to see that video. Everybody said hi. It felt like yes. It wasn't like the whole glass boat. This had a little window at the bottom. It's like 5 windows. I couldn't see anything. I mean, I paid $6 and I was disappointed. I couldn't imagine if I had actually bought an excursion on this boat. I paid $6 and I was disappointed. I wanted my money back. Kim Mercy says, I put together my first video from my Icon trip. Still not brave enough to get it in front of the camera. Still not brave enough to get in front of the camera. Come on, Kim, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I have a face for radio. Thumbs up, everybody. Nothing compares to Cabo. Nothing. That was my opinion, and I didn't have that opinion of Cabo until this trip. I did not have that opinion of Cabo until this trip. This was the worst experience I ever had as far as vendors, and saying no. Nobody touched me or anything like that, or tried to put anything on my arm or my wrist, but they continuously hounded me to buy a hat, to buy a bracelet, to buy a little pet lizard or whatever that was they were trying to sell. I told the story last night. Okay, people, I got a few minutes. And it's not Playboy. Let me take that down. It wasn't a Playboy story. I will say this though about this cruise before I get into my Playboy. I mean, I get my story. This is the first time that I was on a group cruise and booked the next group cruise immediately. It was like I got on there. I kind of saw the people, and I mean I was dealing with them like on YouTube for a little bit, and it was like, man, they're a great group of people. After going on the cruise, I put money down. I don't even know where the ship was going out of. I didn't know anything about it. I just knew I want to be on that ship. That I just knew that much, and that's how good this group cruise was. Okay, quick. I'm gonna do a rehash the last story. So yesterday I started telling the story. I said, "Come here today, part 2." So part 1, real quick. I get on the boat. Lady's asking me what kind of camera I'm using. And I tell her what kind of camera I'm using. She has a Prince shirt on. Oh, Prince! I'm a big fan. I like Prince. I just got back from Paisley Park. Oh, really? Guy comes, taps me on the shoulder. He taps me on the shoulder. Excuse me. And then he starts fussing at the woman. So this is what you're doing? You couldn't come check on me? You couldn't come check on me? This is what you're doing? And he goes off. And I'm like, whoa, I back up a little bit. And, they're still fussing. Me, I'm trying to calm the situation down. And I talked to him for a second, so we give a little, and we go about our way. They go off, and the woman is apologizing, as they leave. Oh, no problem, man. We all here for a cruise. It's vacation time. We're all happy. Fast forward till that night, and that night I'm having a cigar under the stars, having my drink, sitting there relaxed. I'm sitting there by myself. Nobody else was down there with me at the time. And this guy comes up and he starts spilling his life story to me about his wife and the problems he's having with his wife and with his daughter, and the wife and daughter not getting along. And he's going, and the wife won't give him the Wi-Fi passcode so he can get on Wi-Fi. And he starts talking. He said, and when we first got on the boat, I found her up here talking to some other man, and I tapped him on the shoulder. And it got my woman away from there. And he said, all I told her was all he wanted to do was, all he wanted to do was do. All I wanted to do was, she asked me a question. I was just making conversation. She said she's going to follow the channel. Hopefully she's not here now. I mean, maybe she is. But anyway, so he sits there and tells me the whole life story. That man did not realize I was the guy he tapped on the shoulder. He was that drunk that he didn't realize that the guy he was spilling his heart to about his whole life story was the guy that he was talking about trying to do his wife or whatever. It was hilarious. I'm sitting there just drinking and laughing. I'm like, is he serious? Or is he gonna clock me when I'm not paying attention? And they were 55 to 60 as far as age. I mean, these aren't kids. These are not kids. These are my age people. And I'm thinking, is he gonna clock me? Because he's gonna figure out that it was me that was talking to his wife in the first place. Anywho, I did see him later on the cruise ship. I didn't speak. They didn't speak to me. I don't know if they even know it was me again. How do you not know? How do you not know? How? Anywho, that's my story. Be careful who you talk to on the cruise ship. Okay. Ross says, note to self in Cabo. Wear a t-shirt that has one word. No, pretty much. Emily, welcome in. If I didn't say Emily, welcome in. Welcome in. Crystal says, "Yeah, wow, you're almost up to 30 likes. Hey, let's get up to 30. Let's do it." Facts mean I am ready to hear part 2 of that story. That was part 2. I thought that was crazy. The fact not that he tapped me on the shoulder the first time, which I thought was crazy, but the fact that he came and sat down telling me his whole life story, not realizing it was me. How? Tanya, if you only knew, Tanya, we'll on one of your late night shows. We'll talk. I am booked and paid in full for the next year's group cruise. Yeah, Tanya's gonna be on it. I'm going to. Tanya's gonna be on it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ross, great idea. Great idea for meeting I. Elisa, I'm assuming Elisa means Elisa's going too. Yay! Yes. So now we're getting ready to scrap on a cruise ship. But luckily, he didn't know it was me. Luckily, he didn't know it was me. I guess. I don't know. Bill, you're not breaking you're not breaking up homes. I didn't mean to. I mean, I really was like, hey, she had a prince on, we're making conversation. I didn't do my normal stuff where I would normally just walk away, hey, and keep walking. Cruising Kangaroo, welcome in on Instagram side. Appreciate you being in here. Scott, if you haven't done it already, I don't know if you've done it. Drop your link again. I'm gonna look for it this time. I'm gonna try to pin it up to the top. When we leave here, we're gonna go to Thirsty Thursday, Controversial Cruising. Scott, Jimmy the astute tourist. They're gonna do Thirsty Thursday right after this. So I'm gonna get off here exactly 7 o'clock tonight. Angel, welcome in. Angel looks like she knows how to party. Angel, I need you to come on Meet Nice Group Cruise next year. Angel, think about it, Angel. Meet Nice Group Cruise next year. I need you to be on it. I'm just saying. You look like a party. Yeah, I really. And then Elisa's going to be there. Tanya's going to be there. Keisha, you coming? Keisha, bring hubby. Talk him into it. It's down in Florida someplace. No, I never told him it was me. Why would I tell him? Hey, you remember it was me? No, because he didn't seem to be very happy with that man. He tapped on the shoulder. He didn't seem to be very happy because all that man wanted to do was do his wife. So he didn't seem very happy with that man. So I didn't think it was a good time to tell him, hey, by the way, it was me. So no, I didn't. Anwar, did you see the Mrs. come get Rev Run next to you or next to us? That 80s glow party was a vibe. Okay, anyway, a couple minutes left, so I'm gonna rush. I got a bad habit. I tell stories and I kind of I get off topic. So another sea day, prom, all the good stuff. Everybody had a great time. The ship itself was, I said, was fine. I didn't have any problems. There wasn't much rocking on the ship as far as for me. Some people said they felt the ship rocking, but I didn't think it was too bad. The rooms, I love the way the rooms were decorated. At least my room had an interior room. I had no problems with my room. Quiet, really good sleep. Meet and ride, they did. I always want to say him, but Meet and Anwar. Anyway, they did a ATV ride in Ensenada, one of the best excursions I've ever been on. And we had so much fun. It was a group of us. It was about 20 of us all riding on ATVs, then doing the streets of through the streets of Ensenada, going up to the hills, get on top of the hills, having beers, and we stopping back down and having tequila and more beer and tacos. And it was a fun. You got dirty as could be. I forgot about how dirty it was going to be. So I didn't bring any shoes. All I had was like white gym shoes. So I destroyed my gym shoes. So the gym shoes I left on the ship, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, standing up right down the street, on an ATV. I'm a little too old to be doing that, but I had a great time, and it looked like everybody else had a great time. Keisha broke two ATVs. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it, Keisha. Bill, I am a whole turn up. Give the people what they want. Angel, whenever I think about YouTube content, I think about that saying. I think about that saying. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Scratch and Pete. Let me see if I can pin it up here. Yes. Okay. It should be pinned up to the top of the chat. Kim J, it should be pinned up to the top of the chat. So make sure you go over to Scott and Jimmy and tell them, give them a hashtag strong raid. Everything's strong around here. Um, I watch your videos. I may not comment on all of them, but trust me, Angel, you know I'm watching. That was you look like it'd be a lot of fun. The link is up there, top of the chat. Bill said, "I'm not breaking the homes. The beer just draws them in." I don't know what draws them in. Really this time was just friendly conversation, trying to get a subscriber. To be honest, talking about. I mean, had the Prince shirt on. It's like she's into cruising, and apparently, anywho. The only cologne I had on was the smell of money because the lottery the casino was paying me every time I got up a few $100s, but the cigars. Anywho, let's get off that subject. Been working on them since I got in the house Wednesday morning. Yeah, you got to. You've got to. Bill's weekly rant. I'm all over the place. I was torn. I wanted to ride the camels just because I've never ridden a camel before. That would be nice. Kim J, that good one. Please make sure videos. We need videos and pictures because I wanted to do that one, and I wondered what it was like. And I don't know anybody personally who has done that excursion. I don't like looking at reviews online because you don't know who's being paid, I like the people who just like, me and you or whatever, and go up there and give your opinion of the excursion. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Together we travel. Will G, welcome in. I'm Will G. Will, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in here. Are you coming to Sips on Ships in 2026? I'll be there. I told you this turned me around as far as this one. Edna's World kind of turned me around as far as group cruises because I don't know. It was just a lot of fun and to have people around to talk to. But I can always dip when I want to dip when I don't want to be bothered with anybody. I will be there, and you're talking sipping a drink and not doing shots and cigars. I'm in. Are those lies you're telling? You went mute. I don't tell lies. Yes, it was, Angel. Yes, it was. I had to look over my shoulder to see if anybody was looking. Yes, it was, Angel. Kim J, welcome in. I'm sorry, not welcome in. Yeah, make sure you come back and share. Most of the people here are content creators or cruisers, so we all want to see that. I'm sure camel rides. I don't think I've seen one person in here that has been on the camel ride. Okay, people, I'm down to the bottom. Yes. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Make sure we go over to Thirsty Thursday. The link is pinned at the top. Tell them hashtag strong Ray so they know that you came from here. And we'll continue this conversation next Thursday. I booked a cruise or two, so I'm gonna talk about that. So yes, make sure you get over there. Hashtag strong raid, and I will talk to you next week. As always, people, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I am out of here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.